Hey guys, it's Shy and welcome back to my channel. Today is the start of a new series on my channel, guys. It is almost a new year and I've been trying to think of two things to put together in like a series. And we all know I'm obsessed with caffeine and makeup, so we're gonna officially have makeup and macchiato Mondays. So a macchiato is literally just espresso and steamed milk. Like you can do a caramel macchiato, but like that's the actual definition of it. Which I can easily make at home. I might be grabbing some anyway. I do use soy milk, but yeah, we're just gonna be sipping, trying some new makeup, and hanging out. So I hope you guys are down with that. Let me know what you think. And today, oh my God, the foundation that we are going to be playing around with is this little guy. So this is from Wet n Wild. It's brand new. It is their Dewy Photofocus, guys. So good. So this is not a first impression. I really wanted to do a couple wear tests on it so I could give you guys my full thoughts and really just compile it all into one video so you guys don't have to like wait till the end for like a wear test. I'll insert pictures and videos from the wear test at the end though, just so you guys can kind of see. I'm obsessed. This is literally my new favorite foundation. I am self-tanned right now, so this does match me while I'm applying it though. If you're new to my channel, I do not self-tan my neck or my face because I tend to break out on my jawline, so I avoid it altogether. But it's so good. It wears beautifully. It felt phenomenal on my skin. My skin is very combo right now. I have a lot of dry patches. It's everything I've wanted in a foundation. So to get started, I am going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and do just a few little pumps. I like to warm it up and then press it all over the face and gently rub it in. This is the best primer ever. And this is the type of primer that you really want to make sure it's rubbed in nicely and it does set. If you try to apply product too quick, I always say it gets pilly and it does weird things. So I am gonna let that set just for a second. Oh, it's almost done setting. Let me get a little sip. Who has an espresso machine and had it literally change their life? I am freaking obsessed. I still have my Keurig, but my Nespresso, ooh, just does something. So this foundation, you do want to give it a nice little shake. It does claim that it hydrates and smooths for a luminous finish, buildable coverage for normal to dry skin. And sorry if I sound a little off. I have been sick for 2 weeks, which is why my filming schedule has been absolute trash. I had nothing pre-filmed. So we're trying to power through it right now. Hopefully I get better soon. I don't even know at this point. I'm on antibiotics, so I mean, hopefully. But, and again, I swear this does match me. You just have to bear with me because the shade match is going to look weird on my face. So I just take it all over. I do wish that they would just come out with this in a pump, but I mean, it is what it is. And then I am going to pounce it all over with my little sponge. This is my InStylish sponge that was sent to me and I really, really love it. Okay guys, so this is the first layer. I'll blend it out. See, I swear it matches. So you really does look so nice on the skin. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more of coverage just to show you guys that it is buildable. Just really through my problem areas that tend to have a lot more acne scarring. It's really the only reason I build it up in these spaces. And it really is just so, so good. I don't know if I already mentioned this. I could be repeating myself. We'll see. But I already have ordered it in like 3 more shades that I'm just waiting to come in. So I have it for all the different stages of my self-tan or when I just don't want to be self-tanned at all. Because I have been living just my fair lady fantasy recently. And basically just because I'm too lazy to self-tan myself. So I do have it. I will be getting it for every stage of that. The normal Photofocus I was not able to use at all recently. I tried it and it felt so tight on my skin. I literally had to take it off and like redo my makeup. This one was so comfortable all day long. And it is just such a beautiful finish. Like, look at how lovely that looks on the skin, but it did not get overly oily throughout the day in my oily spots. Like, it was just, it's so good, guys. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This one, oh my gosh, new favorite. I mean, I know I'm saying like, oh my gosh, I'm like so excited about stuff, but when we find a bomb drugstore find, like it's everything, and like we need to celebrate it. So the shade that I'm using is L4, and then the shade that I was using in Wet n Wild is Cream Beige. That's normally my self tan shade in the classic Photo Focus, and it's the same shade in the dewy one, so that's nice. And then this one looks very, very fair, but it's gonna blend out really nice and give me the highlighted look that I want. And it does also help like just kind of balance out my face. So I like to take the smaller pointed side and it goes right under my eyes so well. I'm setting it with the CoverGirl True Blend Powder. I cannot live without this at this point in my life. So I was having so many issues with my mouth lines breaking apart, my foundation breaking apart around my mouth, like just creasing under my eyes, and I was just like, what the F? So I've tried the Milk Powder, the Wet n Wild powder, which I actually do really like the Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. I think it's the Photo Focus powder. I've got it right here, hold on. It is, yeah, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I do really like this, but it does tend to darken this space a little bit. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I did use that when I was a little bit more fair, so it might work better now. But anyways, I ramble quite a bit today. This powder, oh my God, guys, it sets beautifully. It brightens. I'm not creasing like crazy. It like blurs where I need it to blur. And I really just powder the center of my face. One, because you gotta set the under eyes. And setting it with this puff is just doing something. And it's just so good. But it just, oh my God. I'm not having any more issues with my makeup breaking apart. It doesn't make my skin feel overly dry or cakey, but like, did you see how it just kind of blurred out that space a little bit more? I tend to have a lot of texture through, well, I have a lot of texture here, but also in through here, just because of acne scarring. Like I have this one acne scar that like literally will not go away, and it is super raised. So, I definitely need a more blurring powder, but this also doesn't make me feel powdery or crazy. It's so good. I prefer the shade 1 to really brighten, and I also have it in the shade 2 if I don't want quite as bright under here, but I will never go back to using Laura Mercier again, and that is a bold ass statement. Just thought you guys should know. So for contouring today, I'm gonna go in with this little guy. Check your local TJ Maxx's because you can find some bomb products there. This I got for like, I think like $19, and I'm gonna go in with a little Royal and Langnickel brush and just kind of carve out my cheek area. That's one thing I like about this foundation is it plays really nice with powder products. I don't have to set my cheek space to be able to blend, and I really appreciate that. Because when you're wearing a dewier foundation, you shouldn't have to set your face. I just set the T-zone, of course, because like I said, I get oily and have some extra texture through there, but you shouldn't have to set like your cheeks, you know, because then it takes away the luminosity. All right, and like magic, my brows are on. We are now going to be diving into this new piece. So if you watch my channel, I did kind of tease this, but we didn't really fully dive in, so we're gonna include it. It's really, really affordable. This is my favorite, one of my favorite palettes right now. This is the Morphe Makin Bank palette. Comes with a ginormous mirror, which we love. But it also has some really beautiful everyday like warm tone shades, and then it's got some great greens. So I'm gonna swatch some of them on my hand right now. I don't want to swatch them like on my body because my self tan's kind of setting still. So we're gonna just kind of go like this one. Look at that. Let's see. I'll go upwards. Like such beautiful shades. Let's try this one right there. It's beautiful. Oh, this mustard. Stop it right now. That's so pretty. I kind of want to see this like actually like oh my God. Morphe did the damn thing. I really actually like Morphe shadows too. I just think that they blend beautifully and they're affordable, and I don't really know how they do it, but I'm glad they do it. So Morphe, keep doing your damn thing. I'm really interested in these greens today though. I think that's what we're gonna kind of play around with today. I love green eyeshadow more than anything in the world, so it's about time. So first off, oh, that deep sage, this one, stop it. Let's try this one up here so we get like our mattes out of the way like that. I live. Ooh, so freaking pretty. Try this like mossy green color. Oh my god. They're just so good. So I know one of you guys did request me to swatch them. I don't know if you, like, I need to swatch all of them. They're like beautiful. I think you guys kind of get the gist of it. So I'm just gonna put some like setting spray in my hand and like rub them off so that I don't accidentally get it like all over myself. But first thing I'm going to do is just grab my little brush over here. This is a Luxie 209. I'm gonna dip into that lighter shade and just use it all over to just set my concealer, set everything in place. And we're gonna sip because I need caffeine. I love coffee so much. I don't know if you guys, well, why would you guys know this about me? So actually, I get a lot of questions about my tattoos, and I just have a lot that are like in places of my body that I can't easily show on camera. But this one right here is my favorite, and it's kind of hard to show on camera, but it's got 2 coffee cups pouring coffee into each other, and it says death before decaf. Like, if you ever question my love for caffeine, like, there you go. But one of these days, like once I actually finish my sleeves, I will definitely do a tattoo video because I get DM'd about that quite a bit actually. Especially in like my bralette videos where you can like kind of see parts of my side pieces. I do have to finish my arms first and then I'll really like go into detail, I think. So that video will probably be like end of 2020, which I know sounds really weird, but I mean, I've already been on YouTube for 2 years. This time flew by. So I am going to grab, let's start with this precious little guy. This is an AOA Studios E126, very large fluffy brush. And I am going to start, I think I should start with the brown just so I have like a brown outer and then blend the green. So I think I'm gonna first start into this like lighter shade just so that we have a nice transition down. Just a little something in there. So next I'm gonna take this brush, is an E127 AOA Studios brush, and I'm gonna dip into that mossy green shade that's up here. And then this came with like one of those like inserts with the names on it and I threw it away, so I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to point. And I'm gonna start this just in my crease. And I'm not going too far out with it yet, just really keeping it focused in the crease area. This is a pretty large brush, so it's gonna blend it outward on its own. Like you're not gonna have to take it really far. Like look at how pretty that is. Oh my God. I am such a sucker for these mossy shades. I really, really am. And then I'm gonna just go back in and then slowly keep building this up. Okay guys, so now I am taking my Profusion little fluff brush. It's just stained, it is clean. I used my color switch just to make sure. And I'm gonna dip into this deeper green shade. I kind of want to go straight into this one, but now we'll use the other green one first. So just a little bit on there and really just brushing it off. And we're gonna use this right below that other shade just to add some depth. Okay, and then with the same brush, I'm gonna dip into that deep taupey kind of shade. It's like a dark olive taupe color. I don't know, I really like it. And I'm gonna first stamp it on the outer corner. And I'm doing gentle motions with it. I'm gonna start blending it into the outer V. That color definitely started to get patchy. It was all perfect before I had to go in with the damn gray, taupey, whatever color. So I tried to buff some green over to it, but see how it got like really weird right there? Yeah, it looks weird. So we're just gonna move on and pretend that that didn't happen, but it happened. I'm wondering if I can take that first green shade and like try to just buff over everything. It's might be a lost cause at this point. I feel like when one like bad shade just like does something to the look, like it kind of just screws it all up. That kind of helped a little bit soften it. And when you're trying to soften it, like you really want to use like the lightest touch. I think it kind of just is what it is. I'm gonna clean it up using the corner of my sponge, just so we have a little bit, it helped a little bit. So yeah, so far everything performed great except for that weird shade. I mean, it was just the way that it blended into the greens, like maybe it's meant to be more with like this color story. I don't really know, but we're gonna move on. So I am gonna do a half cut crease. So I have not used this in a cut crease yet, so we're gonna try her out. I normally use my Maybelline Age Rewind, but I'm not opposed to trying something new. And then the brush I'm gonna use to cut it is the AOA Studios E131. So just getting a good amount of concealer on my little brush and just kind of painting in a downward motion. So far so good, it cut on pretty nicely. And then I'm just taking my little ring finger and just pouncing over the edges. We are gonna reblend them out, but on the lid, I think I wanna use this in the inner corner. I wanna do something completely different on the lid. I'm actually gonna use my ColourPop Let Me Explain shadow. It's like kind of just like a shimmery, creamy color, and I think it'll pair really nicely with this look. Because since we have so much green going on, I really don't want to do a green like lid. I'd rather do a really sparkly green inner corner moment. I think that'd be really pretty. So I'm taking a BH Cosmetics number 8 brush and I'm just going to start packing this on. And then I'm going to actually top it with the ColourPop Ladybird shadow, which is really just quite sparkly and it looks really pretty on the eyes, and I think it will pair lovely with kind of what we've created so far. And I am going to use a brush for it. Just putting just a little bit, because I just want a little bit more sparkle. Now it's time for the under eyes. Let's take this PC22 Peaches in Cream brush. You know what? I lied. I don't want to use that brush. I am going to use this little brush. This is my Morphe E36, one of my most used brushes probably. And I'm going to dip into this really cool, like sparkly green color. I'm going to actually put this under my eye. And I'm going to take my time really building it up because I am not wetting it. I'm just kind of going in. I've been really into putting more of like a metallic color under the eye, and it just looks so freaking pretty. And then just on the outer side, I'm going to keep that same brush and dip into that darker green and just use that to just kind of smoke out the outermost portion. I'm really liking the way that this is turning out so far. So going back to just do that inner corner moment really quickly, if I can find my inner corner brush, there it is. So this is the BH Cosmetics number 13, and I really, really like this brush because it is just so itty bitty, giving it a little spritz. And we are going to take that really cool duochrome color and pop it on the inner corner. Just add a little bit more into there. And of course we're gonna add on lashes, and that'll really tie, I feel like, everything together. So everything looks great with some lashes. So let's go ahead and do that right now. It looks so much better now, right? Oh my gosh. So for bronzer, can you guys guess? Fenty, of course. When do I ever grab for anything else? No, sometimes I grab my Physicians Formula. But this one, I love it so much. So I paused the video because I could not find my blush anywhere. It was literally sitting in front of me. This is the MAC Just a Pinch. And just putting this on the high points of the cheeks. Just gives such a pretty color and like such a pretty sheen. I love this blush and I cannot get enough of it. And then this little brush that I'm using is a Luxie 512 small contouring brush. I do use this for blush sometimes. I feel like it just keeps it a little bit more concentrated on where I want it. And then for highlighter today, I'm gonna do a little mix. So I'm gonna first go in with my favorite highlighting palette of all time, the Fresh and Frosted palette. And I'm using in AOA Studios E127, and I'm dipping into the gold shade and just kind of popping this on right here. And this is gonna, and then just kind of taking my finger and making sure that's really nicely blended in. We do not want to look like Neapolitan ice cream. That is not in the intention of wearing highlighter. And then going in with this little gem from Jeffree Star. This is in Sour Ice, and I'm literally just gonna tap a tiny bit onto my cheeks, and this is just like a gold to green shifting glitter that's just gonna add a little bit more. I don't think you'll see it on camera, but it does look quite pretty in person. It just gives it a little bit more. And I am going to just bounce this out with a sponge just so it looks really nice and seamless too. And then for lips, I am gonna go in with a tiny bit of lip liner. This is from Patrick Ta in the shade, oh my god, and I use this constantly too. I think this is She's Bold, but let me double check. She's Bold. I'm gonna take my last little sippy sip before I do my lipstick, because afterwards my lipstick will continue to get ruined. And just outlining my lips. And then to top it with She's Unapologetic from Patrick Ta. This one's a really nice, neutral, paler lip color, and I really, really like it. And then once I put it on, I'm gonna take my ring finger and I'm just gonna tap so that it's all blended in with the lip liner. And then to set it all together, I am gonna use my Jumbo Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Oh my god, I love this so much. Like, look at how big it is compared to my head. This is what a normal one looks like. So if you go through a lot of setting spray, you might want to invest in this little guy. And this is the finished look for today, guys. So since I already know that I love this Wet n Wild foundation, I am going to insert my first impression clips right here to just kind of show you how it wore throughout the day. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit closer up, not as blown out with my other beauty lights. This is what it is looking like. So it looks pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay guys, so we are at the very end of the day now. I've already gone home and put on my hoodie and put my hair up, but the foundation looks so, so good. Oh my god. This might be my new favorite. So as you can see, it wears freaking beautifully. It's an A+, 10 out of 10. It has no scent to it, so it's not gonna freak your skin out. It hasn't caused any breakouts in me. I think it looks so, just so pretty. And then it dries down enough where it's not transferring either. Like, I can touch my face. I'm not gonna have stuff all over. It's just the best foundation. Like, I'm so glad I discovered this before 2019 was over, because it can go in my 2019 favorites, which I don't know which video is gonna go up first, the favorites or this one. So you might have already seen this in a favorites video. I don't know, but it is amazing, guys. You will love it. Take the chance, pick it up. Let me know how much you like it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me for a makeup and a macchiato Monday. Again, let me know what you guys think of that. I'm gonna get better at sipping and doing makeup at the same time too, because that's kind of weird. But anyways, thank you so much. I am gonna go back to bed and continue to rest. I will see you guys next time. Bye.